Hey everybody, Kyle Sasser here, and it's everyone's favorite time of the month. That's right, market statistics time. These statistics are for Pinellas County for January 2023. If you watched last week, we're kind of fine-tuning things a little bit. We have new market stats reports. Sign up to get those at the link down below. You can also see I'm still kind of figuring out the lighting situation here. These are a lot brighter than they were last month. We'll see how this goes. Last month's video was a little grainy, so still trying to figure this out a little bit, and I really shouldn't probably look directly at these. So still fine-tuning things a little bit here. I do have a new light back in the back here just to try to help separate things out a little bit. So stay tuned, because that's all going to be hopefully rapidly improving. These market statistics are for January 2023. We are self-generating these statistics now and verifying them against the state issue statistics in an effort to have these out as fast as possible. Historically, we would get these out about 30 days after the month end, mainly because the state doesn't put out the official report until the 20th, 21st, 22nd. That's kind of too long to be accurate information. We made some changes, trying to get these out faster to you to get more pertinent information in your hands as quickly as possible. So we're looking at January 2023 stats compared to January 2022 stats. The reason we do not compare month to month is because the real estate market has a natural ebb and flow tied to the calendar year. So up north where there's snow, obviously not a lot of homes are going up for sale or selling in the wintertime. In Florida, things follow the school year a little bit more, although there is a little bit of a dip in December and January. So comparing month to month is not useful because there is a natural low and high point during the year. So we compare year over year to have a general indication of where the market is compared to years previously. Real estate usually doesn't move fast enough for year over year to be too bad of a metric to compare to, of course, with the exception of the last couple years. And so that's why I've really been working to try to get statistics out. Originally, I reworked the statistics so that I could have knowledge to give to my clients, but then I was like, well, maybe I should just do that for everybody and release it with these market statistics. And we created these beautiful new reports and all that good stuff. So we're comparing January 2023 compared to January 2022. The overall trend has been kind of a little bit of a hangover from the rapid ramp up in prices. And that is reflected in these numbers here. 2022, basically everyone kind of went crazy buying houses for various reasons. Interest rates were extremely low. People were looking to make positive life changes after the pandemic. The result of that is, at that point in time, shrinking inventory and rising home prices. That metric has kind of flipped currently. Median home price has not dropped too crazily from the high point, which was June, July, August. So median sales price has not dropped too bad, but the number of homes for sale has gone up relatively significantly. So let's dive into these numbers. So let's jump into these Pinellas numbers. So total number of closed sales is down 40.5% for a total of 551 homes. That is down from 926 last year. Total number of closed sales by cash, down 40.1%, total of 199. Median sales price, hanging out unchanged, $400,000. And that $400,000 is weird. I had to double check a bunch of these numbers. So new report, but that $400,000 number keeps popping up. So Hillsborough County, the last 3 months have stuck at $400,000 median sales price. It's showing up again. And yeah, just odd. Average sales price is up 4.5% for a total of $552,771. Median percentage of original list price is down 5.6%, which is 94.4%. Let me backtrack there a little bit. So median sales price and average sales price. Median sales price is, let's say you have 200 homes for sale. The median is the point at which there is an equal number of homes for sale for more money and less money. So it is the midpoint of the market. The average sales price is you take 200 homes, you add up all the prices that those sold for, you divide by 200, that's your average sales price. Personally, I prefer median sales price because it does not fluctuate and it's not pulled as hard by a lot of very expensive or very inexpensive property sales. Median percentage of original list price, what that is the asking price that the house was originally put up for sale at what percentage of that asking price does it eventually sell for? And that number is down 5.6% to 94.4%. Median time to contract is up 250% from 10 days to 35 days. New listings is down 12.3%, total of 933, and active inventory is up 118% to 1,665. So there is double the amount of homes for sale. Short sales and foreclosures, aka the doom and gloom section, still not a lot of change there. There was a total of 3 foreclosures in the county, which is an increase of 50%, and there was 1 short sale, which was no change compared to January 2022. Now, I also like to go over the different price categories because a $1 million house will sell for a little bit different time frame than a $250,000 or $300,000 house. And that's primarily a function of just the different buyer pool sizes. And there's also some things to note. Closed sales by sales price down across the board. So $200,000 to $250,000 is down 60.7% for a total of 22. $250,000 to $300,000 is down 39.2%, total of 62. $300,000 to $400,000 is down 37.2%. to 167. $400,000 to $600,000 is down 38.3%, total of 158. $600,000 to $1 million, down 43.4%, total of 77. And $1 million or more is down 36.1% for a total of 46. So across the board, we have fewer sales at all price points. Median time to contract, which again, that's how long something is up for sale before it goes under contract, down across the board. There's some pretty fun numbers in here. Some big percentage changes for sure. So $200,000 to $250,000, it takes 442% longer to go under contract, total of 38 days. $250,000 to $300,000 is up 246%, total of 45. $400,000 to $600,000 is up 385.7%, total of 34. And $1 million or more is up 183.3%, total of 51. New listings by list price. So the last few years, a couple years, the trend has been 300 and under. There's been fewer and fewer houses. 300 and over, there's been more and more. That has shifted a little bit. That's kind of moved up to like the $400,000 mark now. And again, I don't want to go over this too much. Currently, the new listings are not really the problem. The low demand is moving the market currently. But for example, $200,000 to $250,000, there was only 30 new listings in that price range, which was a drop of 50%. $300,000 to $400,000, there was 23.2% fewer homes listed, total of 218. $400,000 to $600,000 was down 6.5%, total of 289 new listings. But then 600 and up, we've actually had more. So 600 to $1 million, we had 5.7% more listed in that price point, total of 167. 1 million or more had 38.5% more, total of 126. And again, that's basically, that's not new $1 million houses getting built. That's stuff that was like 400, 500, 600 moving up into a higher price category here. Total number of active inventory by list price still kind of paints that picture of that 300,000-ish break point. 150,000 and under, there was a total of 1 house that was actively for sale in Pinellas County. 150 to 200,000 was down 72.7%. There was only 9. Honestly, even all the way up to like 250, which was down 38.8%. Total of 30. Like buying a house and only having 40 houses across the entire county to choose from, that's very tough going. But above that 250 mark, we have more inventory for sale compared to last year. Great news for buyers. 300 to 400,000 is up 126.4%, total of 317. 400 to 600,000 is up 177.8% for a total of 489. 600 to $1 million is up 145.6%, total of 334. And 1 million or more is up 173.4%, total of 391. So yeah, a lot more to choose from if you're looking to buy currently. Well, the overarching trend is way more houses for sale. Houses are taking longer to sell, and there's fewer buyers buying. That is the overall trend. Anecdotally, I feel that buyer demand has picked up a little bit. I know in my own business, I've had a number of clients come in late December to January. And so those are not going to show up in these stats. Maybe the pending sales, but those were not crazy up. Overall pressure on the market is down. Interest rates are currently bouncing around like, 6.5, kind of close to 7% sometimes, but usually like 6.5 is kind of where they've been. Some people have gotten like high fives. The thing to know, and I think what a lot of buyers have started to realize, is that historically like 4 to 7% is where the interest rate usually hangs out. So interest rates are, yes, they're within 20-year norms. They're still on the high end of stuff. But I think a lot of buyers have realized that they can now actually negotiate with sellers about things. The last couple contracts we've negotiated $10,000 and $20,000 price reductions. We've gotten repairs done. We've gotten seller concessions, some buybacks, which reduces the interest rates, like stuff that was unheard of for the previous 2 years. So that, coupled with the number of homes for sale, it is a great time to be in the market to buy a house. Yes, the interest rates are bad, but there is always going to be some roadblock or something that doesn't make it a perfect time to buy. Case in point, when interest rates were 2.25%, you had to come up with an additional $30,000 to $60,000 to above the asking price to win that house. On the sales side of things, houses are taking longer to sell, but we are still very much in a seller's market territory. And we are still at very, very, very high prices. So if you've been on the fence about selling, you need to sell now, because overall pressure on the market is down. And so it's better to sell coming off the peak rather than wait for that trough, wait for that next trough. Currently, median sales price is back to January, February, March 2022 numbers, depending upon the house and the price point and configuration and stuff like that. So buyers, things are getting better and better and better. It's actually enjoyable submitting offers now, and you never really know what you're going to get, to be honest, as I told my current clients. Overall, pressure on the market is downward trend still. Keep an eye on some metrics. Oh, here is the little hidey hole secret fact that a lot of people are missing. Median sales price has not moved that much. Time to contract has not moved that much. I mean, yeah, it's up to 30 days, but I believe those numbers are a bit deceptive. And the reason why is because a lot of those metrics, so median sales price, time to contract, time to sale, those metrics, which are key metrics for the market, those only actually get updated when something actually sells. And we have twice as many homes for sale than we do last year, which means there is a lot of homes that have been sitting on the market for a while. And the houses that have been sitting for a long period of time, those are not factored into the median sales price, average sales price, or time to contract metrics. So when all of those finally start selling, if ever, I mean, they don't necessarily have to sell, they can always just expire and go away. So, but if those start selling, we're going to see that, especially that time to contract number is going to start skyrocketing, which kind of already is. So far as the numbers go, we're still very much kind of on the seller's market side. And so far as buying goes, if you're looking for a house, like a great house, great location, that's fully renovated with, like three or four bedrooms and 2 or 3 bathrooms and garage with a pool, that is always going to be high demand. And there are still multiple offer situations on houses with that. But there's a lot of houses out there that are getting no interest at all, and we can really negotiate a price on it. And like I said, for sellers, if you've been thinking about selling, it's better to sell on the down shoulder than at the bottom trough, because overall pressure on the market is still downwards. That's basically the read on the stats and kind of what's going on. Personally, what I've been experiencing in my business. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in today, checking out these market stats. I try to put these out every month. And like I said, we are trying to shorten up the time frame on this. The market stats are not actually, the state stats are not released until the 20th. My goal is to eventually get this video into your hands by like the 7th, 8th, or 9th. And then the actual stats that we've generated, we do have those in hand by the 5th or 6th. And the reason we can't do it earlier is because there's a few rules on the MLS and agents are kind of lazy. So they actually have like 5 days to update their sales stats, which means that we shouldn't really pull stats until the 5th day of the month. But again, those are the fine details that I worry about, so I can bring you great information. So thanks for tuning in again. If you would like to find your own great place in Tampa Bay, I would be happy to help you out. You can reach me, cell phone is 813-323-7396. We also have a contact and book a call form down below. If you have questions, I'm actually doing like an office hours live stream. I'm going to be trying to do that once every week or two. Subscribe to the channel or sign up for the newsletter down below. I'll make sure you get a copy of that. Other than that, thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon.